Hello. Long time no wave. Right, Dougal, that's the end of your appearance. Goodbye. Yes, it's been nearly 6 months since I've done a video at all. Yeah. To be fair, the reason being, I've just had no time. I've been really busy. Busy working full time, and then my only 2 days off, it's just cleaning the house, doing the gardening, doing my other wee job, and maybe playing some records or some music, and if it's a sunny day, drinking alcohol. That's been about it. This isn't alcohol, this is a coffee. Because it's not a sunny day. And I don't know the last video I did, it must be about 5-6 months ago, and I was just thinking the other day, my god, I haven't done a video for a long time. And then also got YouTube reminding me today that I haven't done a video in a long time, so I thought I'll just get it over and done with, to be fair, and this is what I'm doing today. So what has happened with me? I can't ask you what's happened with you, because obviously this is a one-way conversation. What's been happening with me, if it cares for anybody's interested? Well, I said I'd keep my hand into anything in relation to anything witnessy, if anything major happened, or anything in relation to the lazy work shy bastards, anything that way, but literally nothing's happened. Even I believe the thread involving the lazy work shy bastard, it is just died a death, because nothing's happened. He's just settled down into doing his, one video, two video. He gets probably, look, I had a quick look before actually, because I hadn't looked at all. I thought, my god, it's dropped down to about 4,000 on average views per video. And so it's obviously it's working for him. There's still enough people are sending him money for those 10 minutes or whatever it is, to allow him not to get a job and have a little personal self-respect. Obviously the old court case, that's grounded down to nothing again, I believe. I don't think it's anything after that, but I don't believe anything will do. Probably hasn't got the money any to afford to pay any solicitors, and they probably realise he's off his tits anyway. And witnessy wise, witnesses carry on. I haven't even seen any carters, to be fair, because if I bump into some carters, usually I will, not be able to hold myself back. But I'm fair to say I've seen no Jehovah's Witnesses about anywhere at all. No, not seen them. Yeah. And I have been away a few times over the past few months in other countries as well. Not seen any carters anywhere, not even seen any local. Nobody's come to my door. So I've not even got any interesting witnessy things to say either. And I've, if something interesting witnessy happens, I'll be the first to be bound on to just give my tuppence halfpenny's worth. But nothing's really stuck out. If it has, I missed it. I don't know, Tony Morris could have died and I would have missed it. Is he dead? I don't know. Oh, don't spread that rumour. So anyway, what have I done? I've been working, like I said, I've been trying to go to quite a few concerts. Personally, in my life, probably the most significant thing that happened is we weren't expecting, my son was here last time I did a video, and then he left in May, and we weren't expecting to see him until in March of next year for a family wedding. And all of a sudden we're on our way to Croatia when he says he's been really busy working in America, and he asked us what day we were flying back and could we pick him up at the airport. he was so busy working in America he didn't have time to plan an onward journey, so he came back home and he's dropped back into his jobs, and yeah, so we've got him till March, so we'll have Christmas with my son. Which is nice, and so yeah, it's lovely to have him back in our lives, and he does have a plan. He knows what he's doing, he has a career, he knows what he's going to do, which involves eventually working abroad, teaching. Just hopefully he can take me. I've been moaning about the weather as usual, but it has been about, we've had 5 days of sun here, and there is a little bit of blue sky out there, so I'm fair hoping. Oh, exactly as I say that, the sun came out for at least 2 seconds. That's the first time I've seen it. So there you go, on cue, the sun did come out. So just to tell you a few interesting stories, I went to the concerts held in Edinburgh. I went 2 nights, and it was during the time that England were doing very, very well in the Euros, doing very, very well in the Euros. And so I went to see a band called the Manic Street Preachers, who was supported by a band called Suede. Both of them I've loved, both of them I've seen many times at the Glasgow Barrowlands. And I had my United top on, and that night we were playing in the semi-final, and I was quite close to the stage on the left to, and I watched it through most of Suede's set. But of course everybody trying to get on the phone, you know, the signal's coming and going, and all of a sudden a player's running, and then all of a sudden he just stops like this, and then you go, what's happening next? And Manx came on, and then, you know, I was looking at my phone on the ear, and I said to a guy next to me who was English, and I was wearing my England top at this point. My England top was out for everybody to see, and he said to me, I said, does that look like a goal to you? So we looked at it, and I looked at it, I said, does that look like 1-0? And I'd missed the goal. And then of course I missed the second goal, I'm sure it was 2-0 in the semi-final. And then all of a sudden, my phone got the Sky news alert. England are through to the final. And I couldn't believe it. And I'd missed this moment. And I was that overcome with utter joy and alcohol that during a song that Manic sing, and it was just James singing with his guitar, called La Tristessa, I think it's called. And he's sort of rapping it, I have been unfaithful. And as he's doing this, I stand up and I turn around and I face the audience behind me and face the people in front of me and say, England are through to the finals of the Euros. And the next thing is people, obviously there was a reaction of the people behind, because a lot of people heard me, because it was only him singing with his guitar. And then somebody recorded it on YouTube, him singing this song, and then you hear somebody shouting boo, and then he looks over and does that to me. So there you go. There's because he's obviously Welsh, and there were a few people who were giving me that and that, but a lot of people would give me that, and you know, so it wasn't. It was all in good taste. The very next day, the National were playing, and so went back up for the National concert this time. Had my England top on again, smelly bastard. Had my England top on again. So I'm waiting for the song. And if anybody's a fan of the National, will know that the National have done a song which is entitled England. So I was right at the back with my wife and my mate's son, because my son wasn't back yet at this point. And I said to him, in fact we didn't know he was coming back at this point, I think. And I said to him, I said, see that row we were sitting in yesterday? I says, I don't think anybody's sitting there. So I says, come on, follow me. So we went down, and then we got a free upgrade to exactly the same row we'd been in the week before, the day before. And then all of a sudden, the song started. It starts off on a piano, if you know the song England by the National. It's a fantastic song. And I stood up, and again full of the alcohol and the pure joy of getting to the final, the optimism, which of course we lost. And then I sung the song to the audience, and the audience behind us, nearly falling over during the singing. And again, a lot of people were giving me this and that, but a lot of people there were England fans who were just happy to see me overjoyed. And ironically, somebody was the other side of the other side of the ground where I had been sitting, and started videoing the band, but all of a sudden started videoing me. And yeah, it's quite funny. So I'll put the 2 links in the description of this so you can enjoy that moment that I had. And looking at that, I thought, bloody hell, I need to lose some weight. I'm going to wait till October to start losing some. October, November, just in time for Christmas, allegedly, that's the plan. Talking about work, unfortunately my contract ends with my current employers at the end of, well, the 30th of September. So I will have no work. So I really will have to then try and get the business, a successful business I used to have, back on track. Otherwise, I'm going to have to pretend that Santa's committed suicide, because it'll be a bit of a in the bleak midwinter, and I might be tapping Ebenezer Scrooge's door to see if we can get a turkey for Christmas. So yeah, that's I need to get some work, because unfortunately my current employers are still fanning around deciding whether they're going to give staff like me who've put in the whole shift from April to the end of September to say, yes, we are keeping a few sites open and we can guarantee you a couple of days here to keep you going. A couple of days would do me, which would give me enough time to do all the other things that I've held back on for ages, which of course, as you're probably well aware if you've listened to more than one of my videos, is that I fancy myself as a musician and a songwriter, still waiting for the big moment. And I've got loads of songs I need to do and loads of other things. I've got so many things that I want to do, because you don't know when your number's going to be up. And it's ironic that obviously I lost a few people, and there's lots of other people I've known subsequently who have been heroes of mine. And it's just really strange that you have somebody who lives below us who is, is still alive and kicking in his 80s, is an absolute arsehole and a racist. And then you get other people who are really, really lovely and nice and actually a credit to society and put something in, who are dying in their early 60s and late 50s. It's God moves in very mysterious ways indeed. And last time I was a bit concerned about my health, I think, but subsequently I've had all the blood thingies that you can do, and they haven't found there's anything wrong with me. They just say I need to stay off the cheese. Yeah, apparently my cholesterol's up. But I love cheese. So anyway, yeah, so there you go. And I think, to be honest with you, that is it. I've got nothing else worth saying, apart from if I get more time in the winter, I'll hopefully do more videos. And I really actually, to be honest, I want to get back to what I wanted to do, is actually talk about some of the songs that absolutely have influenced my life. That's the whole point of doing this video channel, which sort of fell by the wayside again. I need to get back doing that. I did, though. My son came back, and he came back on the Friday, and I think on the Thursday. No, I picked up the Friday, and then on the Saturday we went to see the wonderful New Order in Manchester and Wythenshawe. So that was great. It was really, there's still tickets were for sale, and I just said to him, I said, if you're coming back, do you want to go see New Order? Of course he did. So we went down to Manchester, and so it was a great father and son moment. And he bought me this T-shirt. He bought it in large. Obviously, he thinks I'm putting on the weight too. So yeah, so that was a really good moment with him. And I've got a few. And I went with my wife to see Echo and the Bunnymen at Kelvin Grove Bandstand. Oh my God, did it rain! It rained and rained and rained. And I couldn't drink any alcohol because my wife refused to drive back to where we live in the rain. So I didn't. I had 1 pint. Never mind. But I still enjoyed it. It was a great concert. And they did some fantastic songs, a wonderful version of The Killing Moon. Oh my God, what a great song. So I need to get back into listening to some of those Bunnymen songs I haven't listened to for a long, long time. And I went to also see down in England a guy called Martin Carthy, the grandfather of folk in England, the guy who showed he adapted Scarborough Fair and showed Paul Simon how to play it. So they inspired Paul Simon, and everybody knows Sam McGawfield's version well. Martin Carthy was the one who taught him his version of it, and he adapted it. So I got to see him, and he signed, very nice and little intimate venue, and he got to sign some of the albums that he played with on his own and with Steel Ice Band. So that was good. And I'm still going to see next month Fairport Convention. Both my son and my wife are not jumping to accompany that one, so I might just go on my own. And we're also going to go and see Peter Knight Spanner in England, and also the Albion Band. Yes, around about Christmas time, and that's about it. Because of course, as you know, I don't be going to any more concerts because I won't have any more money. However, these all paid up. I'm looking forward to them. So I've got a few things to look forward to coming up in this winter. So I hope everybody who usually watches this is alive and kicking and well, and is doing things in their lives to make this life that we have for the moment worth a living. hopefully everybody is healthy and has got things to look forward to too, and isn't struggling financially. And that's about it. It's nice to be back. Sorry for the long gap of 5 months, but literally I've been so busy and too tired. Other stuff. Anyway, I'm off. The sun look like it might be coming up now, so I might go and park my arse in my garden and drink an alcoholic drink and do some reading, listen to some Nick Drake or some Marvin Gaye or whatever. Anyway, bye bye, see you again, hopefully more sooner than later. Take care.